Hi, team. It's Amy Yannick here, and I'm really excited to share with you one of the most powerful tools I've really ever used in my coaching career, and it's called the order form to the universe. So I'm going to walk you through that. We've had calls about this before, and I recommend that you listen to the recording. I think we're going to make a podcast for it. But I've been asked to kind of walk you through for some additional clarity. So here we are. We've got the order form to the universe, and I got this when I was going through my spiritual coaching training from the Coaching from Spirit Institute, and it really helps you to get clarity about what you want and how you're going to attract that into your life. So it's kind of based on the premise of when you're ordering a new dining room table, you fill out an order form. You have the specifics, how many chairs you want, what kind of wood, how big of a table it is, how many people it's going to fit, all things like that, so that you ensure that you're going to receive the dining room table that you want. So I'm going to teach you how to fill out an order form for anything that you desire, but it has to be clear, it has to be specific. And we want to activate your feelings, because that has a vibration, and those vibrations are attractive, and they're going to attract a similar vibration. And that's what we're looking for, is to attract more of what we want. I created, my husband and I were fiance at the time, and I created an order form for our wedding. And it was really funny because it was so dead on to what we ordered, down to the weather. People were saying to us all day, wow, you couldn't have ordered a nicer day. And we just kind of looked at each other and said, yeah, well, we did. So anyway, this is how we start. It's the preliminary. And the preliminary to the order form is to help clear the canvas for what you want to create. So you have to get out of your mind, out of your energy, what you don't want, like the fears that are getting in the way of attracting what you do want. So just start writing what you don't want. I don't want to be afraid. I don't want to doubt myself. I don't want to feel stuck. I don't want to compare myself to other people. Like there's so many negative thoughts that are in our mind that are getting in the way of us attracting what we say we want. So you have to address that. So the first step really is just to dump out all that junk. Just get rid of what you don't want. That makes it a lot easier then to create a list of what you do want. So we're going to play around with a very simple example, and that's if you want to buy a new blue Mercedes. So here's the example, what I don't want. I don't want a purple Mercedes. I don't want a used Mercedes. I don't want to have to deal with a sleazy car salesman. I don't want it to take a lot of time. So, you just get clear about what you don't want, but make sure you dig deep, especially if you're going with something that you've been struggling with for a long time, because there's a lot of negative emotions that are getting in your way and you need to address them. So really clear out the don't wants. And then what I do is I go back to my list of don't wants and I look at the opposite of that. So I don't want to doubt myself. Therefore, I want to have a lot of confidence. I want to believe that I can achieve this. So create a list of what I do want, or what you do want. And so you'll get, I want a brand new blue Mercedes. I want to deal with great salespeople and a great dealership, and I want financing to come easily and effortlessly. And then what we're going to do is we're going to split up your wants and your don't wants into categories. So over the course of writing out your don't wants, you're going to find that many of them can fit into a similar category. One being, I don't want it to be so expensive that I can't pay for it. One is, I don't want to have to deal with, a financing that is going to be out of my budget. I don't want to have to deal with, finagling with the dealership and having to go back and forth and just stuff like that, so that it's kind of a category of areas, because that'll help to get you more specific. So here are the categories for our new blue Mercedes. We've got money and financing. We want to go to the right kind of car dealership. We want to align with the salespeople on an energetic level. And then there's the time frame. I don't want this to take 6 months. So once you're clear on what you want in the categories, you're ready to actually write out your order form. So the first thing you do is you write that overall goal that you want. And I'm just going to scroll down here. That goal is very simple. It's a very simple statement. I want a blue Mercedes. Then you want to really, this is like your why, okay? You want to set your intention. I'm going to scroll back up here for a second. And so number 2, set your intention. Your intention is the why you want your desire. The why is the energy of your emotions, and it activates the energy. So, if you're excited and enthusiastic and you feel that energy, then you're going to attract more of that. It doesn't really have to make sense. This is more of a feeling. It's enough that you just want this, but you want to get clear about what that intention is, why you want this goal. So I want to drive a beautiful, elegant car and feel joyously safe. I want to relax and feel masterful as I drive this well-made machine. And then you're going to partner with your higher guidance. Now, your higher guidance is whoever resonates for you. It could be, like it says here, Buddha, Jesus, higher guidance, universe, your inner wisdom, whatever it is that you connect with on a spiritual level that is going to create a partnership, because you can't do this by yourself. There's going to be certain things that you have to take action on, like you have to do your invites, you have to do your workouts. But then there's a part of this where, universal energy is going to help to bring the right people into your awareness. The right people are going to see your post about the business opportunity, or somebody's going to see a sweaty picture of you and they're going to finally reach out to you. That's kind of stuff that you don't control. But in my opinion, my belief, my experience, there's some magic behind the curtain going on there that's helping to attract those things to happen to you. So you set your intention to partner with a higher guidance. I partner with my higher guidance. I partner with God. I partner with my inner wisdom to bring me the car of my dreams. And now we're going to go through the categories, and we'll just go through one here to give you a good example. So our first category is the money and financing for the car. And for each category, you're going to do this. Take these steps. You want to write out what you want. For the money to come to me, I want to have available to me a payment plan that fits comfortably into my budget, period. How will that make me feel? And for this, I go a little further. I take a step back and I kind of imagine myself sitting there in the dealership. I'm talking about the financing. I'm talking about the monthly payments. I'm imagining what it's going to be like to be driving this car, and it's not breaking the bank for me. How does that feel? And kind of close your eyes and settle into that actually happening. And then you can start articulating how that will feel. I'll feel relaxed, at ease, confident, grateful, and really get the adjectives of what that energy feels like. Okay? Now you want to look at how others will feel, because this impacts other people. We're looking here at the salesperson, the business manager at the car dealership. They'll feel delighted to serve me and give me the very best cost. And you can get into more detail. When I just did one about attracting my business partners, my lifers, how will they feel once I've attracted them into my life? They'll feel relieved that they found an opportunity that fits their passion and their purpose. They'll feel excited. They'll feel grateful. So we're lining things up here energetically. Can you see that? All right, so now we're looking at solutions. And solutions are kind of external. Okay, so for example here, I have great options presented to me that feel comfortable and affordable, to have a clear sign of what is the very best deal for me. So that's a solution that's going to be presented to you. So I'm looking here for another example on mine. Let me see here. A solution that came to me to attract my ideal business partners was I need to have my lifers see my posts about the business opportunity and take action to reach out to me. To have current challengers decide that they want to become Beachbody coaches to work on the business. So those are examples of solutions that I need. But now comes my part, what I need to have activated within me. This is part of the partnership. I need to have activated in me a belief that I really deserve to have a car like this, even though I came from a family that doesn't believe in fancy cars. So now you're going inside to activate from within you something that's already there. You just need to find it. And that's what I mean by activate. Kind of have to turn that switch on. So in my example, I wrote, okay, Aim, I want activated in me a belief that I am a great leader. And of course my lifers want to be on my team. That just because I didn't have success in another business doesn't mean I can't have it in this business. Activate in me and knowing that my lifers are out there just waiting for me to post an invitation for them to join me. So that's a feeling within myself that I want to turn on. And then as all this is happening, here's where the magic happens. Ideas start coming to you. You start thinking, oh, well, I should do this and I should do that. And this is going to help me here. So as I was going through my order form yesterday, the inspired actions that came to me, I'm going to write a letter to my lifer. Like, dear lifer, I'm ready for you. It's time for us to partner together and create amazing opportunities for other people to bring our lives to the next level and really lead fulfilling and happy, healthy lives. So that was just what came to me. Doesn't mean you have to do it. It has to resonate for you. I need to write out the characteristics of my lifer, of my ideal client. Do it again. If you've done it, do it again. I need to post 3 business invitations per week. So I need to visualize about my lifers. These are all the inspired actions that came up for me. So now I've got a new list of to-dos, and I find the time, I make the time during my business hours to get this stuff done. Because when I say these are inspired actions, by inspired, I mean this is where the magic behind the curtain, your higher power, this is where it starts to talk to you. You get inspiration from, I believe, outside of you. So it comes through you. Beautiful ideas and creativity. That's something that comes to you because you're open to receive it. And that's what this exercise does, is it opens you up to that solutions-oriented part of your brain where you can get these inspired actions. And the cool part is when you take these inspired actions, amazing things happen. This is where the order form starts to deliver. So with the inspired action for the Mercedes, go to a Mercedes car dealership, do a test drive, find trust that the ideal salesperson will find me within seconds of me entering the premises. So this is action. This is stuff that only you can do. So that's the order form to the universe. Now you've got other categories that you've created. So now you have to go back with each one of those categories and go through this part right here. What I want, how that will make me feel, how others will feel, and so on. You're thinking, oh, this is going to be so time consuming. When I tell you this lessens the time that it's going to take for you to attract this into your life, it is true. Okay, how long have you already been wanting to attract whatever your goal is into your life? This will lessen that time because you're being super specific. You're being very, very clear about your intentions, and you're partnering with a higher power that can create and provide for you like you have no idea. So feel free to ask me questions. This is the order form. It's going to be posted on the Team Passion training page, and I hope this is helpful.